Tom Lappin. I am the director of photography on Project Rebirth. I mean, I don't know of another time-lapse documentary film that's been done to this extent. I think this film is different because of its scope. I don't think everyone else has done a time-lapse film of this size. 14 35mm motion picture cameras shooting 24 hours a day for 7 years, ultimately for 15 years. I don't think anybody else has ever created a visual document this big about a single event. You know, and I think that makes Project Rebirth really unique. Right now we have 13 cameras rolling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we've been doing that for 6.5 years so far. We didn't want to pick a format and then have the Betamax of documentary films. A 35mm film is really the highest quality image capture that you can do right now for motion picture. You could probably argue that with the technology today, but 6 years ago that technology didn't exist. So we took the camera, we put a new motor on it and a new lens, and that was our system. It's a company called the Mitchell Camera Corporation, and they made cameras in the 50s and the 60s. The challenge photographically was to sort of keep these cameras running for this long, and that is certainly becoming a challenge as time goes on. Things are failing, or things just are wearing out. All the elements are taking full effect, so it's becoming a challenge to just sort of keep the older cameras running, and we keep adding newer cameras, so it's sort of a snowball. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, the boxes are very simple. They're high-density MDR board we use for the exterior, and then they've got, this industrial insulation in them. They're built weather-tight and solid as a rock, and we put these batteries in the bottom to make them bottom-heavy, and we literally bolt them to the side of these buildings on the roof. They have these ventilation systems that we got from an ATM, freestanding ATM company. And in the winter, they have a little heater that kicks in. And then in the summer, if it gets too humid and the glass starts to condense, the little dehumidifier comes on. So we've been able to sort of maintain a pretty consistent environment inside the box. On our cameras, it's always a 5.6. And when the sun's out, it goes to a 1/15 of a second exposure, and when it's dark, it goes to a 30-second exposure. And that light meter it sort of seamlessly changes the exposure, so you don't really see like the stuttering exposure. The camera, is powered by a power supply. If you lose that, the camera will switch over to the batteries and then run for 12 hours, maybe 18 hours before they die. The ones that are inside the site are powered by solar panels that we put on the roof. And basically, the wires come into the box and they run into this little controller. When the sun's out, it charges the batteries while the batteries power the camera. And when the sun's not out, it just, the batteries run the camera. We use 400-foot magazines, so there's 400 feet of film in each magazine. 400 feet in a magazine is about 4 minutes in a film. But because of the time-lapse photography, we can use that 400 feet for about 22 days. So we do one frame every 5 minutes instead of one frame every 24th of a second.